Hi guys, Sabi here. Today again I'll be reviewing an Indian fountain pen from the company called Click. This is the fountain pen. It's Click Bamboo, or it has another name, Click Half Ebonite, because the barrel of this fountain pen is made up of ebonite. Uh, so hence the name Half Ebonite. Now about the company Click. The company Click was established in 1978 by Gokul Das Gagwani in Indore. Now his third generation, that is his grandson, is now running the company, Harsh Gagwani. Click is also one of those company who is the leading OEM partner with many uh, renowned global brands of fountain pens. Uh, and they produce some pretty decent fountain pens. They have many uh, series of fountain pen, like Falcon series or Yen series, like that. So those pens are pretty good, quite affordable, I would say. Not cheap but affordable. Now about this fountain pen, this is a fine nib fountain pen, totally eyedropper fountain pen with gold hardwares. uh, in this video I will cover the parts of these fountain pens. I will show you some writing sample, and I will discuss with you about my likes and dislikes of this fountain pen. So let's get started. So click bamboo size comparison with Pilot Metropolitan and Parker Frontier. As you can see, it's a tad bit bigger than Pilot Metropolitan and Parker Frontier. Now the parts of this fountain pen, let me zoom out a little bit. Now the cap, it's a standard size fountain pen, nothing special in this fountain pen. Now the cap finial, there is some metal insert on the top of the cap finial, as you can see. The clip has some golden plating on it, but it's coming out. I don't know, it's wearing off of its own. Now this is the problem with some Indian manufacturers of fountain pen, that their gold platings tends to wear off upon use, not even heavy use but normal use of their fountain pens, and which I will discuss about in my dislike section, likes and dislikes section. Now there is a cap band which is also the same. The gold color plating is coming off, is wearing off, as you can see. The clip is quite stiff and it's unusable in any shirt pocket or pen case, because it will ruin the fabric of the shirt, of your shirt or pen case. Now this is a screw-on cap, and the cap comes out at 1.5 rotation, which is kind of good. Now the cap posted, this pen becomes baseball bat. So it's quite big. Posted, this pen is you can use this pen posted also. It's not like that the cap will backward the fountain pen, but it's pretty big, and it will tip your pen off balance while you're writing for longer writing sessions. So, and without posting, the fountain pen is just big enough for any hand size to be hold this fountain pen without posting the cap. Now the barrel, as I've told you, it's also called half Ebonite, because the whole of the barrel of this fountain pen is made of ebonite. Only the grip section is plastic, and the cap is plastic with this metal, golden color plated metal on the cap band and the clip and the nib. Except that this fountain pen is, that's why it's called half ebonite, because of this half barrel. Now this pen, this is the nib, gold colored nib, not gold plated, sorry, gold plated nib. As you can see over here, it's written platinum tipped fine. It's a fine nib, as I've told you. Now this pen only comes in fine nib, fine nib. You won't get a medium or broad nib or extra fine nib. Only this is only available in fine nib. Now this is the Ebonite feed, which keeps the pen, which prevents the nib dry, prevents the pen to get nib dry outs or any skips or hard starts. So this is the I will say major benefit of having an ebonite feed on a fountain pen. And I won't open the barrel because there are a lot of threads on this fountain pen to make this fountain pen an eyedropper, and it's full of ink barrel in this fountain pen. So, and on the barrel over here it's engraved click over here and nothing else. And this color is called, on the camera it will come out as somewhat like turquoise blue, but it's not. It's actually green and orange swirl, the color of this fountain pen. And the barrel finial is just nothing, the same ebonite material. Now let's look at the writing sample of this fountain pen. Now let me zoom in a little bit. Now this is the or fountain pen, sorry, not per, it's pen, whatever. Now the ink is Dayton magenta. I like this ink a lot. I have used this ink in many of my fountain pens, and though this is not a match with the color of this fountain pen and the ink, but I'm using this ink in this fountain pen. Now let's get into some writing samples. Oh, sorry, forgot to mention that this is fine nib. Now some writing. It's quite a good writer, not that much smooth or not that much gusher of a nib. Now some fast writing. As you can see, because of the ebonite feed, the nib keeps up with the ink, and as much fast as you want to write with it, it will keep up, though no one writes as fast as this. Now the wetness of the nib. As you can see, this Dayton magenta or Dayton extra fine inks are a pretty wet nib. Still, it's not a gusher of a nib because it's so much, it's a fine nib. See, it's not that much of a gusher. Now as it's a steel nib, you won't get any line variation out of it. If you want, you can press it harder, but that might sprung the nib into, from which you won't be able to recover the nib to its original shape. So I won't suggest you to push press harder on the nib to get some line variation. See, not much of a line variation, as this is a fine nib and you don't want any line variation from a fine nib. Now some reverse writing. not much scratchy at all. Few strokes are scratchy, but not all. Well, I have seen much worse scratchy nib which writes upside down. But this much, but this pen is okay. Just if you want, you can write, get away with few words with it. But as I say in every video, where that fountain pen is not meant to write upside down. So that's pretty much it for today's writing sample. Now let's look at what I like and what I don't like about this fountain pen. Now, what do I like and what do I not like about this Click bamboo fountain pen or Click half Ebonite fountain pen? Having a hot cup of coffee. Now, this pen is a pretty cheap fountain pen. It's an inexpensive fountain pen. The price goes around in between 400 rupees to 600 rupees depending on vendor to vendor or online shopping sites. That is $4.5 to $7 US. So I will say that within 400 to 500 rupees price range, this pen is pretty good and have a must fountain pen. Other than that, if the price range exceeds over 500 rupees, then I won't suggest you to buy this fountain pen. You will get many fountain pens at the price range of 500 to 600 rupees there, though which are much better than this fountain pen. I will tell you in the later part of this video in my dislike section. Now the length of this fountain pen, as you have seen in the previous part of this video, is pretty good. As you can see, it's pretty large fountain pen. Even for big hands like me, it's quite comfortable even without posting. And for smaller hand also, it will be a little bit bigger fountain pen. And in the previous section, as I've shown you, that this pen posts but it becomes a baseball bat. So I would rather suggest you not to post this fountain pen, and it's pretty big without posting that cap. So it's quite a big fountain pen. As you can see, it's quite a big fountain pen. Next point will be the section of this fountain pen is very good. And it's pretty comfortable to hold even for low grippers who holds their fountain pens close to the nib, or who holds their or high grippers who holds their fountain pens toward the thread section of the barrel. So it's pretty big. Even for high grippers also, this pen is quite big. As you can see, I generally hold my fountain pens in the medium part of this section. Sometimes I play around with my grips, so sometimes I go close to the nib, but I never use my fountain pen or hold my fountain pen this much high on the grip section. So even for high grippers, this pen is pretty big, and the section is pretty good for every gripper of their fountain pen. Sorry, I'm having a little bit cough and cold today. Next, as I've told you that this is an eyedropper fountain pen, so all of the barrel can be filled with your favorite ink directly to your ink from your ink bottle. So it's around 2 to 2.5 ml of ink can be held in this fountain pen, and that's a quite lot of ink even for longer writing sessions or for students. You don't have to think that it may run out of ink for your longer writing sessions, and it will go for a long time. If you are a normal writer, like you don't have to write for longer writing sessions, and then it will pretty much cover a month or a half with one fill of this barrel. Next is that, as you have seen that this pen has these ebonite feet, so the nib does not dries out even after keeping the pen inked for a long time, and the nib stays wet because of that, and gives a consistent writing experience because of the ebonite feed. And ebonite feeds are uh, famous for that purpose, that they don't let the nib dry out even after keeping the pen inked up for a long time, and it gives a consistent writing experience, as ebonite feeds are a material that are made from hard rubber, so they tend to hold or capture ink better than normal plastic feeds with fins and wings. So that is the main advantage or likes of this fountain pen. Next, the build quality of this fountain pen is pretty good. I would say the body, the cap material, the section is pretty good, and it's not cheap, so you won't feel like the pen might crack or fall apart of its own. If you want, you can by throwing the pen to on the floor, or if you drop the pen on the floor, then it might crack, but other than that, of its own, it won't give you any problem regarding the material of this fountain pen. Next will be the cleaning of this fountain pen is pretty easy, as it's an eyedropper fountain pen. You just unscrew the grip section, you just hold the barrel under a clear tap water, then you can remove the feed and the nib from this section and just run it through some clean tap water, and that's it, your pen is clean. Now let's come to the dislikes part of this fountain pen. As we have seen in my previous section in my writing parts and features of this fountain pen, the gold plating on the clip and the cap band is of low quality. This is the problem with many Indian brand fountain pens, that the gold hardwares of their fountain pens uh, tends to wear off in due times, and it won't. I don't know why. What kind of plating do they use for their gold hardware platings? But I haven't used this fountain pen a lot, and I haven't, and I have mostly carried this fountain pen in my fountain pen case bag, as it's a pretty big fountain pen, and some shirt pockets, as you know, are very shallow, so it won't fit, and the clip size is also not long, it's a short clip. So even if you can clip your fountain pen in a shallow shirt pocket, it will stick out quite a bit from your shirt pocket, which does not look good. So I generally carry this fountain pen in my fountain pen bag or case. Most of the time it stays in my home, because for outside use, like for official use, I don't think it's convenient, but for student or school goers or college goers, it's perfectly fine, but not for office goers, or if you want to write some notes in a meeting, then it's not suitable. This fountain pen is not suitable, because it's quite a big fountain pen, and it's pretty hassle to carry around this fountain pen. Sorry. And from that use only, the gold plating came off from the clip and the cap band. I don't know why. This is the main problem of many Indian fountain pens with gold plating hardware, I'm sorry, not gold. Next is that the clip as you have seen that the clip is quite stiff and it's not uh, convenient to use for to clip this fountain pen in a short pocket, because it's so the clip is so stiff that it might ruin the fabric in your shirt pocket, or if you are carrying this fountain pen in your fountain pen case or bag, leather bag, then it will ruin the material of that bag also. So what I do and I will suggest you to do is that just put the fountain pen without clipping it to any fabric or leather or anything material. Just keep the fountain pen without clipping it, and by that you will save the fabric or material or leather of the case or carry or shirt you want to use this fountain pen with. Next is that uh, this pen has ebonite fit. I don't know, maybe uh, only this fountain pen, only this unit have the problem which I'm about to tell you, is that though this pen has ebonite fit and the nib is not that much wet, as you have seen me telling in every almost every video that I like a gusher of a nib to write with, which will throw a lot of ink on the paper. But and ebonite feeds are known to do that, but this ebonite feed or in this unit, I don't know, maybe this unit has some issue. I've tried to fix it, but don't know, it's still the same. I won't say it's still the same as how I got this fountain pen. uh, it's a little bit better than how I received, but not up to the mark or up to the uh, preference how I like to write with, how I like my fountain pen's nibs to perform on a paper. And another thing is that it's only available in fine nib, so it's a bit scratchy, and a lot of feedback is there on the nib when you're writing. So had it been available in medium nib also, this pen would have been must have fountain pen for uh, longer writing sessions, I will say. But as it's fine, it's a fine nib, I don't like that much to write with this fountain pen, because the nib is a little bit scratchy and too much feedbacky. Don't know, I means a nib can be swapped with this fountain pen. I have to check if can write nibs can be swapped with this proprietary nib. If I can find a CanWrite nib that can be fitted to this fountain pen, and I will definitely use that, and I will give you a future update on that. But I don't think I didn't have much knowledge in this fountain pen on this section, so I have to research for a little bit. Next will be, as I've told you, that the price of this fountain pen is around 400 to 700 rupees. In comparison to that, you will get many fountain pen which are much better than this in aesthetic aspects, in writing experience, in comfortable in your hand, comfortability in your hand. And those pens could have might be Jinhao X159 is there, which is around 450 to 600, 400 to 600. You will get that pen, Jinhao X159. It's a recently, not recently, 1 or 1.5 year ago that Jinhao has launched that pen. I will definitely post a review of that fountain pen. I have one in my collection, and it's such a gorgeous writer with number 8 size nib. It comes in fine nib now. Many online retailers have medium nib as well, but when I bought that fountain pen, I bought from College Pen Forum in College Street. At that time, only fine nib was available. That's some other topic. But I will definitely post a review of that fountain pen. So you can buy that fountain pen, or you have Jinao's. These are Jinao's X series, like X450 is there, X750 is there, and Jinao 159, Jinao X159, X450, and Jinao X750 have many colors that you can choose from. Whereas this pen has only 2 or 3 variations. This one, as I told you in my previous section, that this is the green and orange swirl. There is green and brown, blue and orange, something like that. Next, I will suggest you to look at Parker Frontier within this price range. That's a super quality pen, though that also is a fine nib, but it's a super quality fountain pen, and it's a metal body. You can get 2 color variations, that is matte black and chrome full steel color. I have posted a video of my Parker Frontier, a review of my Parker Frontier. You can check it out. I will post a link to that video in the description below. And next, you can also compare this fountain pen, or you can have a look at Pierre Cardin President. I also have that fountain pen, and I will also post a review later in my channel. That is also like the Jinao X750 fountain pen, or X450 fountain pen, with number 6 size nib, medium nib, and full metal body. And that's a pretty good fountain pen as well, and it's a superb smooth writer. So these are the likes and dislikes of this Click Bamboo or Click Half Ebonite fountain pen. And that's it for today. I hope this video was useful enough, and I will see you later. Bye bye. Take care.